1348 Ex Voto, the next great woke game that will finally, once and for all, prove that the wokies can make games and can also make them a success. I know we're hot off the last major woke success, Relooted, but trust you me, this one will blow everyone away with 100,000 wishlists. Oh my God! The developer is of course deeply moved and grateful for this outpouring of massive support, and just to show it to the chuds that they can indeed make video games with the best of them, even if it features an ugly lesbian knight, they released a demo for the eager hordes to try out. All-time peak, 102 players. Oh well, it outcompeted Relooted, that's for sure. So in the grand scheme of things, on the totem pole of woke-like games, this one has actually indeed outcompeted the rest. Congratulations, developers. You have climbed to the very top of a very small pile of feces. Now, okay, right, so 1348 Ex Voto jumped into the public consciousness a little bit when they revealed their not particularly attractive female knight, and the fact that her quest would be exclusively a lesbian romance quest as well. Now, I do actually have some sympathy for the developer here, as their game was made into, in essence, a bit of a battleground for the culture war, with countless people then flocking around going, oh wow, look at this, the chuds will be very angry about this one, and dragging everybody into the conflict, with the progressives then flocking around the game to own the chuds, all the way up until the moment when they were actually required to play a video game, which was of course far too much to ask, as I imagine a good half of those 102 people were probably professional journalists, though my sympathy for the developer does end rather quickly, as they have also lent a little bit into this. Don't forget to wishlist and note the release date on your modern agenda. Yes, indeed. And it's been a huge success, right? 1 million views, 20,000 likes. So many people are just thrilled about this video game right here. And, people are telling them this is where you lot go wrong. You can never just advertise your product. You have to latch onto something else. And you latched onto the one thing right now that everyone was roasting. Yeah. And the result has become rather obvious. Now, see, here's the thing too. I actually don't have anything against this game being made. Nothing whatsoever. If some developer wishes to make a video game where his preferred heroine, a brave lesbian woman in plate armor, battles her way through fantasy Britain or Europe or whatever the hell we are here, maybe France considering the armor style, beating up all of the evil men and rescuing the damsel, okay, no skin off my back, I don't mind that whatsoever, and it is certainly an infinitely superior option to infiltrating and then taking over an already established franchise, no doubt about it, but the problem remains, when you make a video game for this particular demographic, the progressive individuals of the audience, you've got to understand that you are targeting the tiniest possible goddamn demographic, the most minuscule slice of gamers overall. These are people, as we've saw with Relooted, as we've seen with Concord, with pretty much every single progressive video game precedingly, they are more than happy to hype up and talk about a video game. They'll write articles about it, a few journalists will play the demo, you'll get loads of coverage from mainstream media news outlets, and all of the gaming sites will cover you with love and devotion, but they won't play your game. That is the sticking point that remains so seemingly impossible to overcome for the progressive gamer. heavy quotation marks yet again intended. As with Relooted, that appealed to them directly, nobody played it. Dustspawn, which appealed to them directly, nobody played it. And again, it's a demo. Maybe people just didn't realize. Maybe they want to wait for the final product, sure, but from 100,000 wish lists to 102 players, oh boy. That's not a good conversion rate. Although one could also then raise the argument that maybe the numbers were simply somewhat overstated, right? Maybe if we just take away that little comma right there, we're actually dead on track, in which case, yeah, no, that would actually track perfectly with the demo play numbers. Just say 100 people wishlist your game and we're right there, but somehow, I found that dubious as well. And this is now becoming a part of a bit of a wider conversation around this. There was a fascinating little article in The Guardian a short while ago about "This shouldn't be normal, developers speak out about bigotry on Steam, the world's biggest PC gaming platform." So this is in essence a hit piece to try and wag the finger at Steam and go like, "Oh, you're not doing enough. The developers aren't feeling safe because of the transphobia and the bigotry." Listen, Steam didn't give a shit when you were actually in power. You think they're gonna care now? No, you've got like 2 people here who probably combined have sold a grand total of 30 copies, and god damn it, but I'm saying this both to the developers of 1348 and any other progressive video game developer. I've got no problem with you making your game for your own audience, so long as you understand that it's not exactly going to pay the electricity bill for very long, but go ahead, right? But when you then try to lean into the cultural conflict, which one person did here, brown space lesbians ended up the hardest liner marketing copy. Christina Pollock, developer of Ambrosia Sky. Oh wow, all of the evil bigots came along and you really showed them. You took their own words and used it against them to astonishing success. Listen. If you want to make a game about brown space lesbians, fighting off aliens or whatever else, or about ugly lesbian knights, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. Steam sure as hell isn't going to stop you. The majority of us will never even care about the project you are making, but for the love of God, don't try to market it as a anti-chud video game. I'm saying this for your sake here, okay? Once you draw the attention of the people who actually play video games, and you paint yourself in a negative picture amongst them, well, I've said it before, I'll probably say it a million times again, but there absolutely is such a thing as bad PR in the current year. I know. All of the nonsense guys like, oh, there's no such thing as bad PR. That was true when actually getting PR itself was difficult. When getting your product out there was hard. It's not anymore. Sure, the competition is overwhelmingly tough on multiple occasions, multiple levels, on virtually every platform, be it YouTube, Steam, or whatever. But you can gain access to loads of people. Loads and loads and loads of people. And the best thing you can do, if you have rather progressive opinions right now, is to, well, shut the hell up about it. Again, Relooted learned this lesson. 1348 is learning this lesson. Ambrosia is learning this lesson. Everybody is learning the lesson. And especially also on Steam, where people are complaining about the reviews that people leave behind. Listen, if somebody even managed to give you a review, that is actually an algorithmical merit, a metric in your favor, okay? Then people will go into that review and upvote it or downvote it as to whether or not they find it helpful or not. But every single algorithmic tick there is one more review in your favor. And considering a grand total of, what was it again, 69 players peak 3 months ago, you need every single piece of attention you can conceivably get a hold of, even if it's negative attention at this point, because you are the person who has not got access to the market. Although in this case, it's because your market doesn't fucking exist. Just like, again, with Reluted, where they decided, how about we make a puzzle platformer for an audience that doesn't play puzzle platformers? Furthermore, let's narrow that down to exclusively the huge quantity of African American gamers that are also rampant activists. Just don't. Just don't. But hey, if you absolutely insist on doing this as well, I mean, at least it'll be good PR for my side. That's something, right? And it might encourage other developers to take a different approach entirely. People might now see 1348 and think to themselves, well, I kind of wanted to do something similar, but how about I do it with the male protagonist who gets the princess, for example? Or how about I simply just keep a little bit quiet about my video games politics and try not to antagonize too many people, and try not to confuse wish lists made by a bunch of activists who, whilst they have a Steam account, has nothing actually on it, probably signed up to Steam specifically to wish list this game, if we assume the numbers aren't a figment of the developer's imagination, of course, and then never look at you ever again. I mean, I love the fact too. 314,000 views on the wishlist itself. You would think even that would convert into more people, and they're getting loads of attention. 64,000 views on this announcement, 42,000 views on the demo, so 42,000 people are aware the demo exists. 1,400 people clicked the like button on it, and that converted into 102 people. These people don't play video games. They have never played video games. They never will play video games. It's simply not anything they're interested in. Their interest lies in politics. That's what they care about. They care in their ability to talk about politics, to virtue signal it, to show off to other friends that, hey, did you hear about that woke video game? Well, I'm wishlisting it. I'm really stepping up and fighting for the cause here. What do you mean, play the game? I've never installed a video game before. Even if it does require literally only one button, that is still beyond the capabilities of a vast majority of people. In fact, if we're taking these numbers also, let's just assume all of them are supporters, that's 41,900 people who haven't figured out how the install button works just yet. We are long since past the age of woke, and even during the heydays of progressivism, I don't think they could actually make anything a success. If they could, Disney wouldn't be desperately scrambling to sell a baby Yoda to a female portion of their audience that already makes them about 8% on a good day. These various companies wouldn't now be trying to turn around as rapidly as they conceivably can to appeal to the old audience if there ever even existed something to sell to in the first place. The only opportunity that these companies had, including games like these previously, was to essentially predate upon the ignorance of the average gamer, hoping that they were utterly unaware of the politics of the product and just how much it fucking hates your guts. Tragically, that is getting more and more difficult with the advent of the internet and the remarkably low social IQ of developers as well. So, good luck, 1348. You are going to need it in the face of yet another complete and total Chud victory.